Welcome to the Marketing Revolution podcast. This is the underground movement of savage marketers from all over the world. We are not Fortune 500 companies. We are real entrepreneurs with real businesses that have one major thing in mind: to set goals and devour them daily. Because we understand that everyone wants to eat, but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. Now let's get this revolution started. Hey, what's up, everybody? John Hiley here with the Marketing Revolution podcast. I want to talk to you guys. I've definitely been getting a lot of questions, specifically, and a lot of interest about running Facebook ads. So I'm going to give you the knowledge that I have about running Facebook ads. I will give you guys a little bit of background. I would say that most of our membership website has been built on Facebook. I want to say probably along the lines of 40%, and we've got other portals as well, but there's also been a lot of it has been built on YouTube as well. But today I'm going to talk a lot about Facebook, and I'm going to talk about how it works not only in a format that's basically designed for like a business model that's selling a membership site, but I also want to talk a little bit about it in a format, a service-based format. So when we're talking about like a service-based business format, Facebook is super, super important to learn, but I'm going to tell you guys, here's what happens to a lot of folks out there. And I talk to a lot of people about this. And sorry about that. I was trying to fix my camera up a little bit, so I was losing my train of thought slightly. And for whatever reason, I'm a little bit red on my screen here too. So the webcam settings definitely hasn't kicked in well for me. But I'm going to give you a little, some tips and some tricks that you can actually take home and that you can use when it comes to running Facebook ads. And I'm going to give you an idea. I know a lot of you guys probably haven't heard of this unless you're in the marketing game, but what you have to use to hone in on a good Facebook campaign that actually brings in leads that turn into results is doing split testing, okay? And I'm going to give you guys some tactical strategy on exactly how to do this. Now, especially if you don't have like a massive budget, but you're going to want to, regardless of what budget you have, you're going to have to begin to split test things to get maximum results. A lot of this split testing can take up to a month, 2 months to hone in not only on the right audience, but the right message to deliver that audience and the right place to deliver that message to get maximum results. So I'll give you guys the very first tech tip that I have here for you is to, number one, you're going to have to find the right audience first, okay? So Facebook has something inside of their Power Editor called Audience Insights, where you can build custom audience that are tailored to quite a few different subjects and quite a few different occupations and quite a few different likes and interests, okay? So in that regard, you literally want to target who your ideal client is based on location. I mean, let's say you're a service-based company and you service a specific location. So you definitely want to hone in on that as number one. The second thing is obvious that you want to go after people that are in the right income bracket. Okay, so you're going to have a different clientele base that you're going to be targeting if you're selling Cricket Wireless opposed to selling a luxury pool cleaning service, okay? I say luxury pool cleaning service, but it's quite a luxury to have a pool, in my opinion. And you probably have a little bit of money, especially if you live up here in Ohio and you've actually got a pool. Now, Florida, from my understanding, it's the norm. But that being said, you got two different client bases that you could target there, and you can do things based on their occupation. I know a lot of people that tend to dig deep in the medical field, because the medical field, you're going to have people that spend, you're going to have people that have, on average, higher pay than a lot of other folks out there. You also can target entrepreneurs if you got a specific B2B type service that you want to target. You want to target people that own their own business. You can actually target that as well. That is something in the likes and interest category, or I'm sorry, it would be actually in the advanced search options. You go even further, they used to do medium household income, but they've since stripped that out. But there's a lot of different things. You can target people based on their politics. You could target people based on their living conditions, whether they're married, whether they have kids. You can target whether they're male, whether they're female. I mean, it's pretty obvious if you've got let's just say that you're a hair care professional. I don't know if that's what you guys call yourself. I don't want to quite call you a barber, because maybe a barber would want to target men, but a lady who is a hair care professional would want to target women. So you have them options. Now let's just say you're in the real estate industry. You would want to target people that may rent. Because what do renters do? They sit around and they dream about the home that they're going to buy. So just want to give you an idea. That's one of the ways you got to begin to hone in. You got to know who you're talking to before you can begin to build audience to test, okay? So here we go. We build the audience. We're getting ready to test. And I'm going to recommend you test 5 audience groups at a time. And out of them 5 audience groups, you want to run the exact same ad to all of them. And you want to make sure that it's good, a nice, well-written ad that is designed to trigger and deliver results. So that might be something where you want to seek out a professional, a copywriting professional, somebody who gets you the right image. But then again, okay, so we're talking about our first test, right? So we want to find an audience that responds to the message. So the message delivered, we got 5 audiences. We see which one performs better, which ad has better click-through rate, which ad is delivering results, okay? So now we got it down to 1 audience. At that point, we want to begin number uno is testing images, okay? Images are huge. And I get a lot of folks that ask me, what type of image should I be using? Should I be using what would be more of a landscape image, or should I be using the square? Which usually when I do the square images, I do them in Photoshop. I just do 1080 by 1080 pixels. Easy for me. I'm always editing video avatar or video thumbnails and things like that. So you got to do that for Instagram, because Instagram gets a square video. But people ask me that. They say, what should I do? Should I do a landscape or should I do a square? Unless you got a really big budget, you could test them both. But if you're just working on a smaller budget, I recommend doing a square, because you can optimize that and you can deliver ads on Instagram as well. Okay, so now you got 2 channels that you can go through. You can deliver on Facebook, you can deliver on Instagram. So now we're split testing images to see which one performs and works better. So we got our audience, then we got our images. We're going to see which one performs and works better. Now the third thing that you want to do is find out where your clients and customers are more inclined to click on and view your message. So you're going to start testing things like the sidebar. One of the real popular ones is right there on the with the timeline scroll, or whatever you want to call that. An actual image just right there where people are scrolling and then they notice it and see it. We also got Messenger. You can test on your inbox. You can test in videos are starting to begin to perform well. So you can literally, as people are watching videos and they're scrolling through their videos, you can have a video there that would appear. You can also do galleries where people have multiple images. That's probably good for multiple products or multiple service types. Let's just say you had an auto reconditioning facility. Maybe you want to display that you are a one-stop shop and people can stop shopping, because you may do window tinting, you may do auto body, you may do auto detailing. And you would have that maybe in a scrolling image, because you're trying to advertise multiple things, okay? And you really got to think about what's appealing to your clients and your audience, all right? Because some things that might not work. Maybe if you're an attorney, I don't want to scroll through and say that you'll do a divorce or you'll do bankruptcy or you'll do, maybe I don't want to see that from an attorney. You know what I mean? So you got to really kind of think out your marketing message. One of the key things that I like to do to craft a marketing message around any service is just ask people. And I tell people this, like, literally just be quiet when you talk to your clients and customers and ask them what they would like to see from you, or what they like out of your service, or what they would want above and beyond from your service or your product. And listen very carefully, because you'll find if you start finding common things that are triggers, then you want to test them and use them, okay? It's like you got to be a detective in your own business. You got to find out what's going to trigger people, what's going to cause them to buy from you, and above and beyond that, you got to figure out what message will over-deliver above and beyond your competition, okay? So now we literally, let's go back and go through exactly what I told you. So now we got our audience honed in, okay? We split tested the audience. We find out which one is very, very, prone to respond to our message that we're delivering. We split tested the images on that audience, so now we know what they like to see, what type of visual they want to see. The third thing that we did, we actually found out where they're at. So let's just say they're in Messenger inbox. They really like to connect with me there. So now we literally want to start testing things like written copy. Maybe we do an A/B split test where we got written copy here and a different set of copy here. Maybe we test two different triggers and see which trigger is better. This is how you define an advertisement campaign. And I know a lot of you guys might be sitting there going, man, that's a lot of work, but the value behind that is massive. You literally, if you're in business and you're waking up every day and you really don't know if your phone's going to ring or it's not going to ring, like everything's by chance, everything is by luck, you really, hope and luck is not a good business plan. And especially for the future, and people who are sitting high and mighty today may be sitting in a different spot tomorrow. So you want to be ahead of the curve and ahead of the competition by understanding this. And the number one rule that I have always told people, if you cannot track it, then do not do it. And I mean, I've even got to the point to where I've told people, like, man, if you're going to run a yellow page ad for whatever reason, let's just say your target market, like you're selling, I don't know, nursing homes or something like that, right? Or assisted living. Okay, you want to be in the yellow pages. And I recommend getting a separate phone number for that ad, so you can actually track how many leads that you're getting. And on that phone number, you can actually track exactly how many conversions that you're getting, because if the value's there, you should continue to do it. Any other way is living on hope. And a scalable business is not built on hope. A scalable business has a plan to continuously bring predictable revenue. And, thank goodness places like YouTube and places like Facebook have given us an opportunity to actually build and create that scalable revenue. So anyhow, guys, that's my quick tip there today. I want you guys to understand exactly, and some of you guys who I've totally lost you at creating ads and doing stuff like that, I'm going to give you guys a really, really quick tip, okay? And you guys may have said that, like, I boosted a post once. It's not that, okay? So Facebook, on the back end of Facebook, has something called a power editor. In fact, I'm actually on it right now. And you can literally generate ads in the editor in the back end of Facebook, and you can actually see that by when you log into Facebook, you got a little icon on the right hand of the screen that has a little picture of you, and it has a drop down menu, and you'll go down to manage ads. And when you go down to manage ads, just dig in there and look through that. There is no shortage of YouTube videos to show you exactly how to navigate your way through that. So anyhow, that's it, guys. I just want to let you know exactly what that is and give you a good strategy on how to do that. Don't overcomplicate it, okay? If you follow these steps, you will eventually be successful. But here's the deal. Just like anything else, something amazing takes an investment. It takes time and it takes patience. So just because you ran a few ads today and they didn't work, it doesn't mean that Facebook ads don't work. It means that you didn't put in the work to create the right ads and deliver them to the right people. That's it. So anyhow, guys, appreciate you and look forward to seeing you on that next one. Thank you for taking the time to listen to the Marketing Revolution podcast. If you know somebody that needs this message, please share it with them. Please write us a 5-star review on iTunes or Stitcher. And remember, everybody wants to eat,
but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.